I'll just start my talk related to how to run a GrowMax, and as well as we have worked on COVID project recently in the lockdown period. So I'll just start with the COVID project. From there, where which place the simulation is important, and then I'll show how to run GrowMax. Comes to drug designing for COVID-19. So that is what we have worked on in 2020, starting January month. And before going to that, I guess the next slide comes or not. Sir, is it?
Yes, sir. It's moving. It's moving. You can proceed further.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. So as we already know, coronavirus structure, because every day they are showing in the newspaper and as well as news and all these things, is the coronavirus structure. How the coronavirus is entering and how it is replicating. So this entire thing's shown in this picture. The important point of this is nothing but once the virus is it is entering into the like our receptor, human receptor, and once it enters, it will convert into replication process and it will come out. There are many proteins are involved in this particular area. Each and every proteins are like we have to understand how the protein is behaves and how to block that proteins and all these things we have to understand based on this. So I just want to show this slide regarding what is the mechanism of this thing. And about the before going to the protein level, we should understand the genome level. In the next slide, I've just shown the genome level of the virus. It is nothing but metagenomic RNA sequence was done by there is a Chinese people in 2020 January month. They have published this paper in Nature journal and they have submitted the particular genome sequence into this place. I guess it is the screen is visible. Oh, now it is coming.
Yes, sir. It's visible. You can proceed. There are no issues. You can continue directly.
Okay, but sometimes it will become very slow, so that's why I'm just asking. I just want
no issues. You can carry on.
Okay, fine. So the thing is, the viral genome of COVID-19, it comes around 27 to 34 kilobase pair. It is the largest among known RNA virus. So this is they have done using genome sequencing. As I mentioned about my area of interest is genome sequencing. Even I'm very much interested in NGS, next generation sequencing data analysis also. Even I'm working on this particular areas also in genome sequencing and all these things. So if you consider the next slide, what I'm showing here, this is the entire genome and as well as SARS coronavirus and MERS coronavirus and what are the protein structures are available as of 2020 January month or January or March till March month. So if you're able to see here, this viral genome made up of two main sections. One is non-structural and structural proteins. This structural proteins mainly called as spike protein. Because of the spike protein, it enters into our body and it is attaching with our cell and it used to convert different particles. So this spike protein is most important. So if you're able to see the spike protein was crystallized, it is nothing but EM crystal structures was done in March month. Okay, so it was published in Science journal. I have given the link here. So it is published in Science. It is a crystal structure of spike protein, and as well as the spike protein is almost similar to SARS coronavirus. The similar way, there are many proteins are present in that particular virus. It is called non-structural proteins. We used to call as a NSP1. We used to call non-structural protein 1, protein 2 till NSP16. So these things code from this particular area. So 2020 January month, there is no much structures were available for SARS coronavirus. I'm talking about recent coronavirus. In 2000 March month, there are some structures came related to different functions. For example, NSP16. So there is a protein name called 6M71. There's a PDP ID is available in Protein Data Bank website. If anybody interested, they can download the protein structures. They can go for molecular minimization. All these things I'm going to show, and identifying a drug molecule and go for molecular dynamics. Next one is NSP3 structures, NSP16 structures. Each and every protein structures are available nowadays. But when we started the project, and that time there is no much protein structures. So what we have done in our project, we have used some of the databases and online tools, offline tools like commercial tools. All these things we have performed. And we have performed these things in our servers enabled GPU enabled server. We have Ion computers in our lab. Like not only this, even many online web server also we have performed. I hope you people have attended Sundaram, Meenakshi Sundaram talk in first day. We have used WebGrow also for this kind of analysis. And so we have performed sequence alignment for basic things. We have taken NSP1 sequence and we compared with the SARS coronavirus and how much percentage similarity and all these things we have performed. We don't have sequence, so we don't have structure. So that's why we have to build a structure. So we have performed basic things like this. And we have performed homology modeling for all NSPs. So if you're able to see the next slide, represent one of the example like NSP1, like similar way we have performed for all other NSPs also. Like we have done, we have taken the NSP1 sequence of protein sequence and we did homology modeling. Then we have performed the model structure and we have checked the Ramachandran plot if the structure is good or like it is or like validated via Ramachandran plot, and as well as we have performed simulation, means basic simulation, minimization, and after minimization, how the structure looks. So this is the just preparation only we have done. Like this, we have performed for all the NSPs, and this is what we have completed in our research. Like this picture represent how many NSPs we have performed, means we have prepared the homology model structures. Then we have identified some compounds. For example, 204 compounds we downloaded from some databases, and then we performed molecular screening and all these things we have performed. Then we have done docking. I'm not going in depth with these concepts because I have to show how the GROMACS is running. So I don't want to waste time in that particular area. I don't want to explain much in this particular things. I'll just go to some of the molecular docking images. So these are the docking images for selected compounds. And this is, I guess, Parasuram sir explained about Firex softwares, I guess, yesterday's. So he explained how the auto-dock means docking things happens. So this is just docking things we have performed for each and every target and each and every drug molecules. So finally, once we completed the protein ligand docking, the next thing is we have to perform simulation. So for that, we have performed simulation. So we have performed simulation for all the dynamics for almost 50 nanoseconds we perform. So we perform more than, I guess, more than 60 to 70, 50 nanosecond simulations we perform to get the structure is stable or not. So I'm not going to explain in depth in this slide. I'll just start with the demo. Then there I can explain how the RMSDs are there, how RMSFs are there, how to generate this RMSD graph, and all these things I'm going to show in my demo session. So comes to running GROMACS. I'm not going to explain anything about running GROMACS. So I just want to show prerequisite tools, what are the tools is required to perform GROMACS. GROMACS, if you want to perform, the first thing is, very important thing is Linux. Without Linux, we cannot perform GROMACS. So in Linux, preferably like we can use Ubuntu 16.04 or higher version, but please check that version should be LTS. Okay, so it should be a proper version, then only you can able to run all kind of analysis. These are the prerequisites, and you can download GROMACS recent version and CMake and all these things, PyMol, VMD and all these things were there. If you see here, the installation process of GROMACS, like you can able to see there is a link I have given. I'll share this slide to sir. You can able to install this. First, you have to download that GROMACS version from GROMACS website. The version here I mentioned is 5.1.4, but it's not like 5.1.4. It is like 2019. Once you downloaded that, you can click on CD GROMACS. That means once you extract it, go to the CD GROMACS and create EMKDIR. It is nothing but make dir. I'm going to create one folder name called build. Inside the folder, I have to go inside the folder. So build folder, that's why I typed CD build. Once you go inside the build, I have to run this command. So that is CMake. In the sense, I already mentioned, CMake is must, right? So you have to install CMake. If CMake is not installed, you have to install CMake, then only you can install GROMACS. Similarly, G++ and all other request is required. So CMake, and if you copy paste this link, it will automatically start installing. It will install from your internet. It is required internet connection. Once it is installed, type make and make check and sudo make install. That much. So once you install, so it is ready for running. But I'm not going to install the GROMACS now. I'm going to perform simulation now. That means I'm going to perform these things. I guess my screen is visible. So can I start now? Demo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. I hope the screen is visible. What I have done now, I have created one folder name called MSRIT, AMD MSRIT. Inside, I already created separately test. Suppose if something is not running, I created one file name called text test. All the results are there. And I created one more folder name called demo. Okay. And I created one file name called tutorial, what I'm going to perform. Okay, so these are the tutorial. And one more important thing, I guess everyone have this question, what type of simulation you are going to show? I'm going to show only protein simulation. I'm not going to show protein ligand simulation. First, try to understand the protein simulation. Some of the people are not aware of protein simulation. So that's why I just want to run first protein simulation. And as well as for this workshop, you people have understood what is molecular docking and all these things. First, we have to understand when the protein is stable, then only you can go for molecular docking. That is the one concept is there. Initial stage also we can do molecular docking. When the stable structure also we can do molecular docking. After that, after stabilization, after simulation, again we can do molecular docking. There are many concepts are there. But here I'm going to show APO simulation. APO simulation in the sense without drug molecule. First try to understand this. So I'm going to run protein in simple water simulation, stepwise protocol I created. Okay, I guess it's visible. Yeah. The next one is what protein I'm going to perform. So I'm going to perform one protein called 1IYT. So this is the protein I'm going to perform. This protein is responsible for Alzheimer's disease. If you want to know, I'll just open 1IYT. So it is a NMR structure. It's very important. It is a NMR structure. So it consists of 10 structures. Okay. So solutions of Alzheimer's disease amyloid beta protein, it consists of 42 amino acids. So why I have selected this amino acids? To show the demo, I cannot show bigger protein. So I just want to show some smaller protein. So that's why I have selected this 42 amino acid. And today I'm going to perform first one is 2 nanosecond. And then after that, I'm going to extend to 5 nanoseconds. So I'm going to show how to perform simulation for 2 nanoseconds and how to extend 2 to 5. In the sense, extra 3 nanoseconds I'm going to extend. So I'm going to show that also. After extension, we are going to analyze RMST, RMSF, RG, and hydrogen bonding, all these things for apoprotein. So for that, you people should be clear. This is what the outcome of today's things. If you're able to understand this, you can able to understand understand this workshop. You can able to perform simulation, and as well as you can be able to perform extend the simulation, and you can able to understand RMST, RMSF, RG, and hydrogen bonding for apoprotein. This is what our aim today. Okay, so if I want to download this, I can download the structure what I have performed already. I have created one separate folder. I told you I have created a separate folder. In this folder, I kept already the 1IYT PDP ID. But one thing is the 1IYT PDP ID consists of 10 confirmations, 10 model I already said. So I don't know how many people are aware of opening these things in Word. Generally what they'll do, they'll open in PyMol or some other softwares. For example, I'll just open this 1IYT PDP structure in PyMol. For that, I have to open in terminal. 1 second, I'll just zoom this terminal. I'll just make a little zoom because otherwise it won't be visible. Yeah, view, zoom in. Yeah, I guess this is visible, whatever I'm typing. Yeah. So I'll just type PyMol 1IYT.pdp. If I type that, it will open in PyMol software. I guess it's visible now. Yeah. So this is the 1IYT PDP ID. If you're able to see, my sequence is like just 42 amino acids. It is starting with aspartic acid, ends with alanine. This is my starting point. This is my ending point. And I have this particular protein is mainly made up of alpha helix, loops and alpha helix. Okay, C terminal, N terminal, and alpha helical protein it is. There is no beta sheet. Okay, in this protein. We just want to do a simulation for this protein without drug molecule, how it is behaving, how it is stable. To understand this, we are going to perform simulation. So this is the visualization of PyMol, what I have done. So if you open this into text window, you have header information. This is called PDP flat file we used to call. If you scroll down, there is one option called atom information. So that is very important in simulation. So atom information. So it is starting from first to end 42 amino acid. So everybody, please, if possible, you can note down. Before going to any simulation, first try to understand what is that protein. Okay, and while doing X-ray crystallography, have they missed any residues that we used to call as a missing residues? If you want to understand any protein, please, they have submitted one paper, right? For this structure, they have published. It will be available here. You have to read this paper. In this paper, what they have done and how they crystallize, is there any missing residues were there or not? Or is there any mutation they mention or not? Each and everything you have to understand. Okay, and if any missing residues are there, using homology modeling method, that means modeler, you can add the missing residues. Okay, example, I'll just show one example. Just a minute. Yeah. Am I audible? Is it going correctly?
Yes, sir, it's going fine. No issues. You can carry on.
Thank you. So I'll just open again in the file into PyMol. I just want to show if any missing residues are there. So in this somewhere, you will get gap. Okay, and as well as in the sequence wise, you will get some gap. From that, you will come to know there are some missing residues are present. Without missing residue, with missing residues, you should not perform simulation. What will happen if you do one small missing residues are present here? So in that particular place, nothing is there. While doing simulation, that particular place may go up, it can go down. So then you will get more fluctuations. Okay, before going to any simulation, first thing is you have to understand any missing residues is there or not. Okay, if missing residues are not there, there is no problem, you can go for simulation. Okay, next important part is what is the pH of that particular protein? Okay, in which place that protein is located. If the protein is located in, example, like cytoplasmic region, in somewhere else, for example, if it is in blood or if it is in some other place, you should understand what is the pH of the protein. If you know, if the pH is neutral, example 7, okay, I can set the pH of 7 only. Why we have to set the pH? If the protein having a positive charge residues and negatively charged residues, each pH it may activate, it will act as a different way. For example, here you have aspartic acid, and it may act as a different way in different pH. Similar way, each and every amino acid, it will act as in a different way in different pH. Mainly on aspartic acid, histidine, all these amino acids act as a different pH. So if you don't want pH, neutral means you have to set neutral pH. For that, what you have to do, you have to perform, there is one website name called H++ server. Okay, if you go to H++ server, I'm not going to show you because I already prepared. Go to H++ server, upload this PDP ID, okay, and type, just click process, type 7.0 pH and click OK, you will get the structure. After that, you can keep here. Okay, that is what, this is already prepared structure. It is very important. So first thing is, there is no missing residues. Second thing, it is 7 pH. Two things I have prepared before going for simulation. This things is very, very important for simulation. Please, everyone, follow this. First one is missing residue. Second one is pH. If it is in 7.4 pH, you can give 7.4 pH. If it is in less than 7, you can give less than 7. Or 7, you can give 7. Don't give same pH for this particular protein. Please set the pH before running simulation. Okay. Missing residues we added. Fine. Next thing, for performing this simulation, we need, these are the files. So what are these files? Okay. These files are like we used to call as a GROMACS dependent files. Okay. For example, I mentioned em.mdp. em.mdp is nothing but my energy minimization file. If I want to do energy minimization, so I want to set up some time. For example, 5,000 time, 5,000 step, my simulation should perform. Okay, I have to set up. Next one is ions.mdp. If it is an ions.mdp, in the sense, I want to add ions in the sense, here I'm going to add NaCl. Okay, I'll just show in the next while running. Better I'll run that thing and that time I'll explain. That is the easiest way. Okay, I'll open the tutorial. The first step, just a minute. Yeah, the first step is, step one is making GROMACS topology. Okay, so what is this topology in the sense? I'm going to convert, I'm going to use like where my GROMACS is there. My GROMACS will install in USR, local, GROMACS, bin. I guess there is a 2 bin is there, so it's fine. So I'll just remove that. There is a small mistakes will happen. Okay, but it will work. There is no problem. But 2 slash were there. So that's what I'm just removing. Okay, fine. Yeah. So what I'm doing here, user, local, GROMACS, bin. Inside, there is one command name called GMX. Okay, this represent my GROMACS executable file. If I copy that, okay, I'll go to this place. Otherwise, yeah, in the demo only, right? Okay, in this demo only, I'll just paste here. Okay, or else I'll do one thing again. I'll open again. Okay, in this folder, demo folder, right click, open in terminal. Okay, I'll increase the font size. Just a minute. I'll increase the font size because otherwise it won't be visible. Yeah, zoom in. Okay, one more time. Zoom in. Yeah, fine. So I'll just paste here. If I enter, so this is the GROMACS thing. Whatever I installed, it is 2019 version, 2019.4. Okay, GROMACS 2019.4, and where it is running inside the demo folder now. Okay, so this is what I'm going to perform. So user, local, GROMACS, bin, GMX. Okay, after this, what I have to type. So if you want to run anything, I'm going to perform. What I'll do, I have already created, right? I'll copy this entire link. I'll tell you what is this. Okay, I'll just copy this. I'll just paste here. Okay, this is the first step. Okay, what I'm going to do, PDP to GMAX. So I'm going to use what is my PDP file. I'm going to convert it into my, we used to call it a GRO file. Okay, so I'm going to convert my 1iyt.pdp. Okay, here the important thing is you have to give correct spelling. For example, 1iyt.pdp is present in this place. 1iyt.pdp. If anything is changed here, it won't work. That is the biggest thing in GROMACS. If you do small mistake, it won't work. Okay, so here I given 1iyt.pdp. Okay, I given here. Next one is what type of water I'm going to add. See, you should understand this. We already know in our body is like proteins are made up, surrounded with water molecules. Okay, so what type of water molecules I have to add? So I'm going to add here SPCE water model. There are different water models were there. TAP3, TAP4, SPC, and other than water model, even DMSO is there. Other models are there. We can use any other model. The next point is, next command I given is IGNH. IGNH is nothing but ignore. Ignore. Okay, what is that ignore? Suppose you have some missing residues. Some people don't know. Without knowing what they'll do, simply they'll run simulation. And that time, if you give IGNH, it will automatically take. Okay, sometimes it may not take, and that time what you have to do, hyphen missing. You have to give like this. But here, in my protein, the missing residues were not there. And IGNH is in the sense what? Ignore. If any other errors are there, it will automatically ignore. Okay, what type of errors are possible? For example, I want to set my protonation state. We used to call it a protonation state. If I want to set the protonation state for one particular amino acid, okay, example, one particular amino acid, I want to set protonation state. Example, ASP, first amino acid was D. I want to set my protonation means I don't want to use IGNH, I have to use INTR. INTR in the sense, each and every amino acid, it will ask, do you want to make a protonation state or not? If I want to give 0 protonation, yes. No, 1, no. Like that, we have to set up. But here, I don't want to set up because I already created protonation state using H++ server. I already said I don't want to create. That's why I given IGNH directly. If I press enter, okay. If I press enter, the first question it will ask, force field. You have to select your force field. Okay, what force field we have to select? It is important. So everybody is having this doubt. Which one we have to select? First, you should be able to understand what is force field. So force field, like it is nothing but it's a predefined, like each and every amino acid, each and every atom, there is a distance will be there, angle will be there, energy will be there. Each and everything is already predefined in this force field. Okay. Here we have amber force field, charm force field, Gromos force field, OPLS force field. Okay. So if we use amber force field, we should select first which force field is good for what kind of studies. Okay. If you go for DNA, nucleic acid force field, if you want to perform nucleic acid simulation, you can use amber force field. If you want to perform normal simulation, you can use Gromos force field. If you want to perform like you know about there is a one company name called Schrodinger Desmond tool. They have their own force field name called OPLS force field. Even 15 number means it is OPLS force field. It depends upon our interest. We can select the force field. So what I'm going to select now, I'm going to select the force field name called 14. So 14 Gromos 96 54A7. Okay, this force field I'm going to select. So in the sense, I'm going to type 14 here. Press enter. So now it is created. Okay, so what is created here? It is created one file name called coinf.gro and it is created topol.top. It is very important. And ports.itp. There are 3 files. It is created now. These 3 files created, right, because of my first command. My conf.gro and ports.itp and topol.top. Okay. So topol.top is very, very important. This is created based on the Gromos force field. Okay. These are the force field information. I'm not going to explain in-depth things. This is very difficult to explain. If you're able to see, it consists of only one chain. It consists of only one chain and all other informations are there. And already I mentioned it is a SPCE. I already given there SPCE water model. So this is water topology is SPCE water model. Okay. Then now what I have to do, I'll just close this topology file. Okay. So next command, what I'm going to perform. So first one is topology is ready. Okay. The next one is I'm going to set my simulation box. Okay. What is my simulation box here? A simulation box in the sense, if you want to perform any simulation, the protein should be in the box. Okay. I'll keep the my protein in the center point. I'll make one box. If the box may be like cubic box or it depends upon our interest, which box we want to use. So I'm going to use cubic box. I'll show what is the things. I'll just copy this command. I'll explain each and every step. I'll just copy this command. I'll paste here. Okay. So here what I given, the same Gmax, user local Gromax bin Gmax and edit conf. Okay. So I'm going to create a new box for what file? Previously, I created one file name called conf.gro. Okay, so you can able to see here, I created one file name called conf.gro. For that gro file, I imported. Okay, my output is box.gro. I'm going to create one file name called box.gro. Okay, so I know some of the people are referring, there is a one website name called Lysosome in Water. There they used to give new box.gro, but here I created my own. It depends upon your own. You can create your own. So conf.gro is nothing but protein.gro we can give. Box.gro we can give as a new box.gro. So it depends upon our interest. We can give a name. Okay. Now I given box.gro. -C and -D is there, right? What is the box you have to give? What type of box you are going to give? So here I'm going to give cubic box of the size of 0.4 nanometer. So here, I guess it's Armstrong. So 0.4 box size I'm going to give. Within a box, it will create your protein is center. Then 4 Armstrong box it will automatically create. So I'll press enter now. It is created now. Just box created. Okay, it is just box created now. The cubic box was created. So this is what box.gro. It is created box.gro. I already said that is going to create one name called box.gro. So now what happened? Conf.gro without box, box.gro with box. That's a different. You people should know that. Okay. So conf.gro, it is nothing but without box. This is with box. Okay. What is the next command? Next command is I'm going to add water. Okay. SPC water I'm going to add. So this is the command to add water in the box. Okay. Just copy this. Fine. The same way here, Gmax. Okay. The next, GrowMax having then one command name called solvate. In the solvate, I'm going to give where I need to add water molecules. I need to add inside the box. So box.gro I opened, and what type of model I have to add. So what model is already predefined. SPC is nothing but SPC 2016 I have to add. So SPC 2016.gro, it is already predefined in Gromos force field. From that, I'm going to add the box. So -o is nothing but waterbox.gro. So now waterbox.gro consists of what? Box, and as well as inside water molecules will be there. That is nothing but SPC water molecules will be there. If I press enter, it is added. The water size and all these things were available. Okay, so that water we used to call as a SOL water model. Okay, so now it is created one more name called waterbox.gro. This is called waterbox.gro. So I'll just repeat again. Conf.gro is only protein. Box.gro, it consists of only box. Water.gro, it consists of box. Inside water is present. Okay, these files are very, very important for next step. Okay, and as well as more number of SOL is added, but generally we can use like for example, we can perform how much 1 dt we can give, like instead of 0.4 we can give 1 dt. This is 7,246. Okay, so now this topol.top, that means water box is ready. Next important point is I'm going to add ions. Like what ions I'm going to add? I'm going to add NaCl. So here, so the step 4 is I'm going to copy this command. I have given max1, so we can use these things. Like I'll just explain. First one is GROMPP. Like this is the adding ions command present inside the GrowMax, and I'll give -f ions.mdp. Okay, this very important. This ions.mdp file, it's already I kept here. I told you predefined files. There are important files: em.mdp, ions.mdp, md.mdp, npt, and nvt. These are the files. The ions.mdp already I kept. It is available in online, in Lysosome in Water also it is available. You people can download from there. So ions.mdp is present. I given here ions.mdp. After that, from where I have to paste. Ions.mdp is present. Where I have to paste? I have to give here waterbox.gro. This is very important. I have to give waterbox.gro. Waterbox.gro consists of what? Water also, box also. Even protein, water, and box. All these things are present in water.gro. Okay, then -p topol.top. Why I'm giving every time -p topol.top means whatever I'm adding there, it should add into the topol.top. That means how many NaCl I'm going to add. That will automatically go and add into topol.top. And my output file is ions.tpr. Okay, it is very important file. TPR is executable files for performing all kind of analysis. So ions.tpr file I have to create. After that, I given max1. So see, this protein has some issue, so that's why I given max1 too. It depends upon our protein to protein. First, we have to understand what is the error, and then we can execute. If you want to clear the error itself, it will take minimum half an hour. So again, it's very difficult to explain this session. That's why I made max1. There are 2 warnings were there. I just given max1 2. If any warnings comes, I can make max1 2. I'll press enter now. Now the ions.tpr file is created. You can able to see here ions.tpr file is created, and I guess topol.top also, no, it is not added. In the after next step, it will automatically add. Just a minute, I'll just add next step. Yeah. So next step is I'm going to add NaCl. Okay. So what I'm going to add here, I'll just explain this command. This command, ginion, gmax, ginion, -s is nothing but my input file, ions.tpr, what I given from the previous one. See, everything is like, this particular GROMACS is like, everything is like predefined. That means your before file, it is input for next file. This file is input for next file. So it's like that. Please try to understand, and giving naming also is very important. ions.tpr I created from previous command. Okay, that is my input for here. And after that, my output is solvate.gro. I'm going to create one folder name called solvate.gro. Okay, after that, I'm going to import my informations to topol.top. Okay, after that, I'm going to give name. What and all I'm going to add, Na and Cl. I'm going to add. For neutralization, like concentration, I'm going to give 0.15 molar. Okay, this is what the default thing we used to give generally. I'll just press enter. Okay, this is very important step. Many people used to do mistake. So once it is this promote comes, in which place you have to add, NaCl. So I need to add in SOL place. Already I said SOL. Have you seen in the topol.top? In the topol.top, I'll just show once. In the topol.top, you can able to see here the name called SOL. In that place only I have to add. Okay, it's very important point. Please try to understand where I need to add in SOL. What is the number? 13. I have to press 13. Press enter. So now NaCl is added. Okay, how much is added? We can easily check where in topol.top file. If you're able to see here the topol.top, see, look at this. Na 23 added, Cl 20 is added. Okay, why it is added? Because I given -p. If you're able to see here, I given one file name called -p. Yeah, -p topol.top. Whatever it's changing there, it will automatically add here. Okay, topol.top. That's why it is added there. So how much? Almost 20. 23 Na and 20 Cl. Parasuram, is it going clearly, or is it lagging is there? I just want to know.
No, sir, it's going properly. No issues.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So the next step is I have to perform energy minimization. The energy minimization is very important. We just want to know when the protein is getting some free energy state. Okay. So to perform that, I have to perform energy minimization step. I'll copy this. I'll paste in this place. Okay. So here, the Gmax I'm going to perform in that gromp MPP. It is an energy minimization command from GROMACS. My input file is nothing but em.mdp. em.mdp is present in, I already create, I told you, right? These files are important. em.mdp. These file already I created. So it is there. If it is available, if it is required, you can download from Lysozyme in Water website. Okay, MD tutorial website you can download. Okay, the next one is solvated.gro. Why I given here solvated.gro is nothing but previously I created solvated.gro. Okay, first try to understand what is the difference between water box, solvated, conf and box. Okay, these things is very important file. Conf consists of only protein. Box consists of protein plus box. Water consists of protein, box, and water. Solvated consists of protein, box, water, and NaCl. Okay, solvated consists of everything. Okay, now I'm going to show how it looks. Okay, I'll just show using VMD we can use, or we can use recent version of PyMol. So I'm going to open with PyMol. Okay, so I'll just type waterbox.gro. I'll press enter. So this is what waterbox.gro, how it is looks. I guess it's visible. So we have protein, it is in center. How much I given? Box size is 0.4. So that's why it is like 0.4. It is from center to this side, up and left, and all these things 0.4. Okay, now we have water box. Okay, this consists of only water. You got it? Okay, now the same thing I can visualize using VMD also. What I'll do now, a water box, there is a one tool name called VMD. Okay, this is my water box, and I'll just type here PBC box. So this is the box. Okay, so inside there is a protein will be there. It's very important. So this is the box. Okay, and inside protein is there. But here there is no only consists of water. There is no NaCl. So what we have to do now, we have to check box is nothing but solvated.gro. If I check solvated.gro, it will show, like you can able to see here, solvated.gro. This is solvated.gro. This is the difference between water.gro and solvated.gro. So here, that violet color represent, one second, that violet color represent Na, and Cl represent green color. Okay, this is solvated.gro. This is most important step in simulation. First, you have to understand how the Na and Cl is located in that box. Okay, similar way you can visualize using GROMACS also, sorry, VMD also. Okay, hope you people are clear. So I'll just close this. Okay, yeah. The next important point, everybody they used to ask for simulation, how much atoms are present? Because depends upon the atom, we have to check our system configuration. Okay, how much atoms are present? If you consider protein consists of 42 amino acids, I already said. Okay, if you consider the solvated.gro, it consists of how many atoms are present in the entire simulation system. Okay, if I open this into gedit, okay, if you're able to see here, it consists of 22,661 atoms. Total 22,061 atoms are present. In the sense, ASP consists of 11 atoms. Okay, alanine consists of maybe 7 atoms or maybe 5 atoms, like that. It is consist of all the atoms, and as well as this is not only for amino acids, even it is for after 42. You can able to see after 42 SYL comes. This is SYL. Okay, so this SYL also is present. SYL is nothing but, we already know, one water molecule consists of 3 atoms. Okay, one water molecule consists of 3 atoms. These 3 atoms are there. This is SPC water. Am I right? This is SPC water. Just a minute, I'm getting one call. Just 1 minute, sir. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I got a call. So, fine. Is it clear now? SYL, and if you see bottom, you have NaCl also. You have Cl and Na. So because of this, it consists of 22,000 atoms. 22,000 atoms. This very important. This is represent your computer speed, and as well as, like, if it is in very thing, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. So next thing is I have to perform. Okay, so I'm going to perform next step. I just want to perform energy minimization. I'll just copy this. I'll just paste here. Okay, I guess I have not performed these things, right? Yeah, just I'll press enter. Energy minimization. Okay, this is I created. So I'm going to perform the MD run. MD run in the sense, like, I'm going to run my energy minimization. Gmax MD run. -b is nothing but verbose, like how much time it's going to take, it's automatically gives. And defnum em is nothing but my file, what is my output file. So now it is completed. Okay, so this is the energy minimization is completed. So that energy minimization file is present here, em.gro. This is the energy minimization file, and em.log log how much time it took EDR file. So this is my energy minimized file. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do NVT equilibration. Okay. NVT equilibration, what I have to do, I have to copy this thing. I'll explain what are the steps. I'll just copy this. I'll paste here. Okay. NVT.mdp, like gromp, NVT.mdp I already given that file is present there. And my input file is em.gro. After my after my energy minimization, I have to perform my NVT analysis. Okay. In that em.gro, and after that, that information also it will add into the topple.top. That output file name called nvt.tpr. Okay. And here I given -r em.gro. There is some error came, so that's why I added -r em.gro and max1. So press enter. So it is generated this information. Okay. The next one is I'm going to perform last step of NVT. I'm going to run NVT step. Yeah. So this will take minimum 1 minute. So meanwhile, I'll just explain. Yeah, this I'm going to run now. If you're able to see, we have high-end computers. This is actually, we have a 2500 core system. So that's why it is taking 70 seconds or 31 seconds. You can able to see it is coming around less than 75 seconds. In a sense, less than 1 minute. If you have a normal laptop, for this step itself, it will take minimum 5 minutes or minimum 10 minutes. If you have a normal laptop, I'm talking about just i3 system, or if you have a i7 processor, even though it will take minimum 5 minutes. For this protein, I'm talking. Okay, so this for us, it will come around 261 nanoseconds per day. For us, in this laptop, in this server system, similar protein, we can perform 1 day 261 nanoseconds. So that is what I just want to show here. Okay, so now npt.gro also is created. nvt.gro also is created. So here it is created. Okay, so the next one, I have to perform the last step of npt copy. I'll just paste here. Okay, so this is npt, like pressure and temperature. I already given there, but it's very difficult to explain each and everything. I'll just perform this. And for this npt also, I have to perform my md run. Okay. Yeah, it is running. Again, it will take maximum 75 seconds or something like that. So it's taking that much time. How much time I have?
Sir, 15 minutes more.
15 minutes. Okay, fine.
Is it sufficient?
I guess I can run 2 nanoseconds. And
yeah, that is sufficient.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'll show analysis parts also.
Yeah, that will be better.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is done. The last step for simulation is nothing but MD run. So in the molecular simulation, first step is energy minimization, NVT, NPT, final run is production. So for running production, I'm going to copy this link. Okay, I'll just paste here. Okay, so what does this represent? I'm going to perform md.mdp. So in this md.mdp, I already mentioned it is for 2 nanoseconds. So that only I'll just show how to mention the 2 nanoseconds. md.mdp. So inside I given 10 lakhs steps I given, right? Nanosecond steps. So this 10 lakhs nanosecond step represent 2 nanoseconds. Okay. If it is in 20 lakhs, 4 nanoseconds. Like 13 lakhs, 6 nanoseconds. Like that, you have to calculate how much nanoseconds you have to give. Now I'm going to perform only like 2 nanoseconds. So that's why I given like this. Okay. So better I'll do one thing. I'll just change to instead of 10 lakhs, I'll give 5 lakhs because 1 nanoseconds will become very faster. Okay. Can I make it 1 nanoseconds?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That will be sufficient.
Yeah. So I'll just perform now. I changed that. I'll just copy this link. I'll just paste here. Yeah. So I'll just paste here. So it is created for that. Then I'm going to perform my MD. I'm going to perform my MD simulation. So this is what the final step of MD. Okay, I'll tell you what is the name. It's very important step here. So the MD run -defnum, that 1IYT underscore MD I given, right? This is nothing but output of previous command. Okay, output of previous command I given here. Press enter. So it is started now, MD. I guess it will take minimum, maybe it's going to take maybe 5 minutes. Yeah. See, it is taking 5 minutes, approx maybe 5 to 6 minutes it may take. So try to understand, we have 22,000 atoms. Okay, in this protein consists of just 22,000 atoms. This 22,000 atom in our server system itself, 1 nanosecond, it's taking minimum 5 minutes. In your computer, it may take minimum 1 hour for 1 nanoseconds. So it depends upon the protein to protein, how much time you're going to perform. Okay, in that particular time, I'll just show some of the analysis part, what I have performed. Okay, this is a very important step. I guess I'll just show with the test file. I performed 5 nanosecond simulation. Okay, for that, I'll show how the protein is behaving in the 5 nanosecond simulation. I'll make VMD. I'll just show the video, how it looks. 1IYT underscore MD underscore no. Yeah. This is what the simulation file I'm going to show. I'll make it as a representation as a protein, and I'll make it this as a cartoon, and I'll make this as a secondary structure, and I'll make this for little smoothen these things. Okay, the next one, I'll make it as a orthographic and extension. I have to make this as a align model. So from the first step, yeah, this is what the protein, what I have shown here. I'll just show how it is running in the entire 5 nanosecond simulation. So this is what the protein is behave inside the simulation box. Actually, I have not taken the box. I have removed the box. So this is what happening in the simulation time. Okay, we can able to understand which place it is moving, which place is coming closer, which place is moving, like all these things we can able to understand, because here it is frames are there. For 5 nanosecond, I given 2,500 frames. Like that, we can increase the frames. So this is what happening now. So this is just 5 nanoseconds. Video I've just shown. Video in a sense, I'm just showing in the things. Fine. So the next important point is here. What is how to understand the RMST information? So what I have created already, I have created one file name called RMST underscore 1IYT underscore MD.xvg. This is for 5 nanoseconds already created. I'll just open that file into XMGrace. There is a tool name called XMGrace. XMGrace RMSD 1 underscore MD.xvg. If I press that, so it will opens like this. Yeah, so this represent starting from 0 to 5 nanoseconds. In that 5 nanosecond, how the structures are behaving. Okay, the time and how the structures are behaving in the nanometer level, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, how it is behaving till 5 nanosecond. So if suppose the 5 nanosecond is not stable, we can extend to 10 nanosecond, we can extend to 100 nanosecond. It depends upon our interest. We should be able to understand when the protein is stable, when it has reached the equilibration state. After reaching the equilibration state, example, just consider if this protein is reached the equilibration state here. Okay, maybe 2 nanosecond. After 2 nanosecond, we have to analyze. Okay, so this is very important. There are many Excel calculations were there. I'm just giving example. It is not like that. Like after equilibration state, we have to take and we have to analyze these information when the structure is stable or it is stable or not, and all these things. Similar way, we can calculate RMSF also. Like already I created RMSF.xvg. If I press here, so there is no much fluctuation in this RMSF graph. Why there is no much fluctuation in center? This protein doesn't have any loop region. It is very important. This protein doesn't have any loop region. If you have a more loop, already automatically fluctuations will be more. But as I already shown, the protein is consist of mainly left side, that means C-terminal and N-terminal loop regions are there, but center mainly an alpha helix. Okay, but this protein doesn't have much loop region. That's why there is no much fluctuation. This is in the 5 nanoseconds. Okay, I guess 1 second, I'll just check is it simulation is completed or not. Yeah, it is going to complete within a 46 seconds. Can I show how to generate RMSD graph for this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll just show only this 1 nanosecond RMSD graph. After that, we can complete the session because we don't have time, right? Otherwise, I can show extension and all the commands. But the commands are available here. You people can take out the commands. But I have to perform these things now. I'll just perform. Yeah, so, okay, 12 seconds are remaining. Okay, it's going to complete now. Fine. Fine. So what I have done now, so now the 1 nanosecond simulation is completed. So once it is completed, I want to convert that simulation file into PDP format. Okay, that is, it's very important. I want to convert that into my PDP format, protein data bank format. Okay, simulation format I want to do. For that, what I'll do, I'll perform this command. We used to call as a trash conversion command. Okay, so this is most important command. I'm going to perform this command. Okay, what is my TPR file? First, I have to here trash conversion. I have to give my TPR file. I guess I given TPR file is 1IYT underscore md.tpr. Okay, what is my, there is a one file name called XTC file. Okay, what is my XTC file? I guess this also 1IYT.md.xtc. Okay, and I'm going to make one PDP file. Okay, that is, sorry, 1 second. 1IYT underscore md no PBC. That means without box. Without box in the sense, I don't want a box also, I don't want water also, I don't want NaCl also. I want only protein from the simulation. Okay, no PBC box, hyphen PBC cluster. That means in the cluster in the sense, I want to make everything in a compact place. If I press enter, it will ask which one you want. You want a system, entire system, or you want only protein? Actually, I want only protein. I have to press 1 and one more time also I have to press 1. Press enter. Now it is created PDP file. Can you able to see here? It is created one PDP file name called 1IYT. Sorry, not here. Demo. Yeah, this is my PDP file. It consists of 16 MB. Okay, this PDP file only we can visualize. From this PDP file, we can analyze all kind of analysis. That is what I'm going to show now. In this PDP, I'm going to perform RMSD. So I'll copy this link. Okay, I'll just paste here. Fine, but name I have to give correctly, right? So what is my TPR file? This is my TPR file, 1IYT underscore md.tpr. This is my PDP file and my RMSD file. So here the important thing is -tu I given. That is nothing but time unit. Time unit in NS. So I'll just press enter. Okay. So for RMSD, what you want to calculate? You want to calculate for C alpha or you want to calculate for backbone? Generally for RMSD, we used to calculate for backbone. Just I'll type 4 and again I'll type 4. So now RMSD is calculated. So now I'm going to perform next one as RMSF. Similar way, I have to perform RMSF. I'll just copy, I'll paste here because I already created all the commands. So this is md.tpr and no PBC same file, press enter. So generally RMSF we used to calculate for C alpha. So I'll just give 3, press enter. This is also created. Okay, next one, I guess sir said you can perform radius of gyration or hydrogen bonding and all these things. I'll just perform radius of gyration. I'll copy this. I'll paste here. A similar way, I have to give my TPR file, correct TPR file, but my PDP file is same. Press enter. So my radius of gyration, I have to calculate for entire protein. So I'm going to give 1. Press OK. This is also completed. The last step, my last command is hydrogen bonding equation. So in the entire hydrogen bonding calculation, so in the simulation time, how the hydrogen bonds are there. Okay. So H bond, I'm going to give TPR file, similar way TPR file, and 1IYT, same file. So here I given as a H bond. The command is H bond. Number of hydrogen bond I'm going to get, press enter. So from where you want to get, for entire protein, I want to get my hydrogen bonding. 1 plus 1, 1 and 1. So now it is calculating the entire simulation, how many hydrogen bonds were there. Now actually for 1 nanoseconds, it is created in the demo. Okay. For example, already I opened RMSD, but better I open RMSD once. XMGrace RMSD.xvg, press OK. So this is 1 nanosecond. This is 1 nanosecond RMSD result. Okay. As per this, it is going suddenly high. We may say we may go to 2 nanosecond, or we may extend to 3 nanosecond or 4 nanosecond. It depends upon our interest when it is stable. Okay. Similar way, I have to open RMSF file. Okay. This is RMSF file within 1 nanoseconds. I already said it is a 42 amino acid, like where all the fluctuations are there, but the fluctuations are very less because it's a 0.025, 0.25. So it's very less. So there is no problem. And I have not shown RG, right? I'll just show the RG of this. I guess I made the file name called gyration. Yeah, gyrate. Okay. This is RG of that particular file. What is the compactness of the protein? So to understand this compactness of the protein, first you have to perform for your similar means apoprotein. Then you have to perform for your protein ligand protein. Then only you will come to know is it coming similar or not. So it is very important. Performing apo simulation is very, very important for dynamic studies. The last one I'm going to show hydrogen bonding. So hydrogen bond. So this is what the hydrogen bond. The entire simulation time, approximately, first it was 25, then it went to approximately maybe 35 hydrogen bonding in the entire protein. Maybe for I'm not given -NU -NS TU. That's what is coming in the picoseconds. Maybe 200 picoseconds or 100 picoseconds. It's having more hydrogen bonding. So like that, we can calculate when the hydrogen bondings are more, when hydrogen bondings are less. That we can calculate. If you take average, it will become 30. 30 hydrogen bonds are there in that particular protein, the entire simulation period. That is what we can calculate from this. I hope you people are clear. I guess I went very fast. So if you have any queries, you can ask now and feel free to answer that.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for elaborating the session in a deep and clear manner. And our delegates have asked some few questions.
Yes, sir.
So I'll ask them. So they are asking, many people ask, what is the minimum CPU or GPU configuration required to run a molecular dynamic simulation?
Okay. First thing is, it depends upon your protein size. Okay. If your protein size is, example, this protein is just 42 amino acid. And if your protein is like more than 1,000 amino acids, the protein will become very big. You required higher configuration. Okay, minimum I can say system in the sense like it is required minimum 10 core system. I'm talking about CPU wise 10 cores, and if you go for GPU, minimum it is required 1,000 CUDA cores. We used to call as a CUDA core. If you go with 1,000 CUDA core, it is okay. It is sufficient to perform smaller simulation and for smaller time. For example, 50 nanoseconds, it may take 2 days or 3 days like that. So this is what my suggestion. It depends upon your protein thing. Yeah. Any other questions?
Fine. So you have showed around 14 or 15 some different types of force fields you have shown, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
How to choose which will be the bet?
Okay. For example, if you want to perform nucleotide simulation. For example, I have DNA simulation. Gromos is not appropriate for that nucleotide simulation. Even we can perform, but it's very difficult. But Amber is very good for nucleotide simulation. You have to go for, if it's a DNA simulation is there, please perform Amber simulations. Okay, Amber force field, because Amber is already having nucleotide topologies inside the Amber force field. Okay, one thing. Second thing, if you have any metal ions, for example, we have worked on many projects. If you have metal ions, some of the force field won't consider metal ions. So you have to select that particular force field. Example, I have shown Gromos force field itself, Gromos itself, almost 5 force fields were there. In that 5 force field, I guess 5, 4, 6, I guess having metal ions, metal ion force field. But recent one doesn't have. Depends upon your protein condition, you have to select your force field. So we cannot suggest you have to go with only one force field. It depends upon your protein, you have to select your force field. This is the answer. I guess you people are clear. Please select your force field, depends upon your protein and DNA.
Fine. Yeah. And one more, as you said, no, if you're opening a protein, if some missing residues are there,
correct,
you can't run. So how to overcome that? How you can able to do?
If you have a missing residues in your protein, the first thing is, I guess every bioinformaticians, they learned modeler. Okay, homology modeling. If you use modeler, you can add missing residues.
Yes.
Actually, in the sense, you have to build a model. That's it.
That's it.
You have to build a model. Please add the missing residues in that particular place. It will automatically build a model, and you can go for simulation.
Fine.
Yeah.
Someone asked, have you worked on carbon nanotube molecular dynamics?
As of now, I have not done, because one important point is everyone are getting some confusion. Nanoparticle and all these things, we have to perform different kind of simulation. So that is entirely different. This is a molecular simulation. That is entirely different simulation. So I have not worked on that, the particular area. Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions?
Any other question? Just a moment. So you have said no, IGNH is something.
Yeah, ignore. Correct.
Ignore it. So that max 1, max 2.
Yeah.
So how to choose that?
Why I have not, for this itself, I was not able to complete within a 1 hour. Am I right? If max 1 errors comes, we have to understand. We have to go and read what is the error and go back. Again, you have to cross check. Again, you have to remove everything and delete. So that's why what I have done, I have given max 1, maximum 2 errors may come. We cannot say 2 errors or 3 errors, a warning or 3 warning. Just performing, giving demo, I made max 1, 2. Okay. Sometimes what happens, if I given max 1, 2, right? Sometimes maybe 3 warnings will be there. Again, it will ask, okay, there is a warning. You read and execute. As per this demo, I performed yesterday night. I checked, is it working or not? And that time I got only 2 errors. So that's why I given 2, not error, just warning. That's why I given max 1, 2. Okay. But IGNH I given, right? Yes. IGNH is entirely different approach. So ignoring of some bad contacts, some of the C-terminal and N-terminal changes, and all these things I ignored. That's it.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So that's all. People have asked the same question repeatedly. What is the confusion? Okay, let it be. So thank you so much, Vivek sir, for sharing your knowledge, spending your time.
Shram sir, just
sir.
Yes, Vivek sir, since from the day one, some people are asking whether NMR structures are good, or like X-ray crystallography structures are good, or electrocryon microscopy structures are good for simulation protein, like molecular docking and all.
Okay, sir, as per my knowledge, what we have performed till now, mainly for X-ray crystallography. Yeah. Okay, NMR structure, whatever it's available, for small protein only it is available. Try to understand. NMR you may not get for bigger protein. Yes. That's one important thing. Okay, because NMR it is mainly meant for chemical molecule, not for proteins. Okay, yes. X-ray crystallography, it's widely used.
Yes.
Okay, people are working on X-ray crystallography longer time, maybe last 10 years or maybe last 20 years, they are working. Simulation means X-ray crystallography structure. Recently, EM structure came. EM structures also, we are getting similar to X-ray crystallography structures.
Yes.
Okay, even we can take EM structure, or we can take extracrystallography or NMR. NMR, if you take, you have to select appropriate simulation. For example, in this 1IYT I have taken, right? It consists of, it is an NMR structure only. It is consists of 10 model. I don't know which model I have to select.
Yes.
But extracrystallography consists of only one model.
Fine.
Okay, so better we can go with extracrystallography structure. That is what, as per my knowledge, I'm just telling, better we can go with extracrystallography structure.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yes,
Sir,
sir.
many have asked, other than GROMACS, any other softwares that to use using
Okay, there are Windows platform.
to use in Windows platform, because many are not familiar with Linux.
Okay, Windows platform, there is no tools. There are tools like Amber, it is also Linux, even NAMD, Linux, even GROMACS Linux. There is a tool name called Desmond. It is a Schrodinger package. That is also Linux, but even Windows version is there, but it is a commercial software.
For Windows version, it's commercial.
Yeah, it is a commercial software. And we have Discovery Studio, that is also commercial software. So, but better in future, everybody is going to use Linux, because Linux now it's become user friendly. So if you use for 2 days or 2 weeks, it will become like addict to Linux nowadays. So everyone, my personal suggestion is, please everyone learn Linux. It will be useful for, as a biotechnologist, it will be useful for everywhere. Yeah.
Fine. So, okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing
you.
your knowledge, time, spending
Okay,
valuable information, what you have learned, and you expressed
Okay.
everything clearly. And
Okay,
people
sir.
are very happy. They have posted very wonderful comments, and they have
Okay,
enjoyed the
thanks a lot.
session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Just if any queries, my email IDs are there. You can contact me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will be sharing all the mail IDs in the Dropbox, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.